So let's go.
I'm Shalane, this is Dean, and we are Grassroots Living.
About to see the world in action, what we can be.
This is Crystal. This is my cousin Kathleen's daughter and her husband Kyler. So you guys are kind of adventurous people, so looking for a cool tent was like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about what you got.
So we ended up picking up the Russian Bear Market tent. Did a bunch of research looking at wall tents. Went with the Russian Bear Market because it's quick setup, durable tent. This is the tent. Comes in a nice heavy duty bag. It's got a rubberized coating on it. This is the stove. Comes in a nice wooden crate. Stores nicely in it. And then this other one is the optional tent floor.
So based on the tent that you have, the stove that you have is a perfect combination?
Yep,
Yeah.
UP-2 with a medium-sized stove, I'd say is about perfect.
Okay, so we'll put those links in the description below in case you guys want to check those out. So let's go ahead and see how this gets set up. Okay, so he's going to take out the floor first and get that all laid out.
You can use this on the inside or outside.
Okay, so the tent comes with the floor, but you wanted an insulated floor. Is that right?
Yep.
The insulated floor also comes with some pockets, so you can do ice fishing if you're into ice fishing.
Oh, okay. But you guys wanted the insulated floor because, I mean, you live in Utah and it gets cold.
Oh, I got something. Oh, a little crappie.
Yeah, it gets kind of cold up here in the mountains, even during the summer, so it's nice to have a warm option.
You got this one for the stove. There's a fiberglass mat that you can put on top of this and then put the stove on top, or you can unzip this and put your stove directly on the ground.
Okay, so Crystal is tiny but mighty, and she was able to pick up the tent and carry it over here and put it on the floor.
This is what we're going to use to lock the tent into an umbrella state. So it has a pole that you're going to push up on the inside, and then once it's fully popped out, you're going to unscrew the pole and screw this in, and it locks it in there so that it doesn't collapse on you.
Okay, so let me...
And this then spins. And then you put your stopper in. It's got two doors.
Oh, so this is your door.
Yep. So the doors have three separate layers. You got an inner liner, you got your mesh liner, and you got the outer liner.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so is there any airflow going on? Okay, so look, this has a little hangy thing.
Yeah, this
So
is just
you could put like a
storage tent.
lantern or storage, yeah.
Yeah.
It does keep stuff warm up here, so if it's cold outside, you're winter camping, put your butter and stuff up here. It'll keep it melted.
Oh, nice.
Nice and soft.
Nice soft butter.
So
I'm 6
And-
foot tall.
Oh, okay, so Dina's 6 foot tall. He's standing straight up and he does have a pair of shoes on. Okay, good to know. And then, is this for your stovepipe?
these are the windows. So it's got
Okay.
two windows on each side. You got a inner layer, you got a mesh layer, and then you've got another layer. And then you've got your clear layer. On the outside, you have to go outside to remove that, and I'll go do that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, they were pretty keen when they put the double wall in, of course, to make this
To make it white,
on the
yep.
top,
Double walled, and I actually think that's going to provide like a bit of a cooling
I think so.
in the tent. Warm in the winter and cool in the summer. So anyway.
Oh my heck, Crystal.
Yeah.
This tent is so cool.
Yeah, I was so excited. I came across on accident on YouTube, and I was like, this is what I need.
Yeah.
A tent I can use all year round. It has windows, it has doors.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
So you can get replacement if this ever gets scratched. It's very durable plastic, but if it
Okay.
does get scratched, you can replace them. We do
Okay.
have replacement windows for that.
just got some.
So this, like, you can't tell, but maybe you can tell. Yeah, you can see this is plastic here. So, and then these three layers.
And it also has a prop. Let's see if I can find that. So it has this little window prop right here. So if you wanted more ventilation, it sits there and velcros. So you can prop your little velcro plastic window.
So you can leave it on and still prop it open, or you can take this whole thing off?
Yep, the whole window is completely velcroed.
Okay.
The plastic pieces.
And then you can move this one out of your way and just zip up the screen.
Yeah. So yeah, you can just tuck that one in there and zip up your screen.
Cool.
You want to do that? So
does this make you want to go camping?
it really does.
Nice. And okay, so what are all, I'm seeing these things all over the tent.
So these are just storage hooks, essentially. You're just going to use them to hook. If you have wet gloves during the winter, you can hook them up here. If you just need to store something.
Okay.
If all these hooks available, so you can do whatever you need to.
Okay, so what's Kyler doing here?
So they did come with a couple storage flaps, and they're just Velcro. Just Velcro. And then they have all these little tabs throughout the tent, little Velcro tabs. And you can stick these anywhere there's a Velcro tab. Anywhere. Okay. So there's one here, and then behind you there's two more. Yeah. So you can hang these up. I believe you can also buy extra little things, or if you have anything that's Velcro. Yeah. You can, it's just a nice little storage option. So you have a little bit of storage throughout your tent. And it just Velcros right in there.
Oh, okay, so this must be where the stove.
This is where your stove would go if you had a wood burning stove.
Okay, so that came built in?
Yep, this is built in.
So it's a fiberglass lining. It is replacement. The whole thing's Velcroed. There's where your stovepipe goes out. This just rolls up and it's got some toggles here that you can hook it with.
Okay, the stove that you bought was from the same company, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. That is the one that goes with this thing.
Okay, so, and you said it comes in small, medium, and large. Is the stove pipe the same on all of them, and it's just the size of the stove that's different?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so you guys were just trying to decide what size you would need as far as the amount of heat and the amount of space it was going to take up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you chose the medium one, and that worked out really well.
Yeah. Yeah, that does have a little
So it's got an air vent down here that you're definitely going to want to open up. That's where you get your fresh air. So.
Okay. And we're looking at two doors here, as you guys saw before. So there's a lot of cross breeze there. And since they both do have screen.
Yeah, they both do have screens. It also comes with another, it's like a door attachment.
Okay.
It's kind of cool. Let me pull it out.
You guys, we were all so hard to film and get an idea of size. But we were all 4 adults in here and very comfortable as far as how much room was in here. So nice.
Okay, so this is essentially an actual door, and it just pops open. You push on the center, and it pops, and then it has 2 Velcroed sides, and you attach it out on one of your doors. So right here is where you would attach the door. And it does have a little handle. And shove it in there.
We'll see how it does in the summer.
So now you have this like legit door.
Yep, and you have a legit flipping door.
A flippin' legit door. A legit flippin' door.
And it's kind of nice because it saves wear and tear on your zippers. These zippers are very high quality to begin with. Yeah. But during the winter, zippers get kind of stiff. Yeah. So it's just kind of nice to have an actual door you can actually close. Especially if you're going in and out, the last thing you want to do is unzip 3 different zippers.
Yeah. Okay.
It has an elastic band, and that's what keeps it shut.
Yeah, it's got 3 layers.
Just like that. Coolest feature, I think.
Okay, so the stove is made out of stainless steel and aluminum. It weighs between 30 and 36 pounds, depending on the small, medium, or large stove.
All right, so let's check out the stove.
So the stove does come with a set of gloves. You got your little shovel. It does, so the sides of the stove has glass sides. It does come with metal sides, so if those do break, you have an option, so you can still use the stove.
And did you say you have used the stove, or you haven't had a chance to use it yet?
We
No,
used
you
the
have.
stove. So we've
You
used
said it kind of almost burned you out there.
Yeah.
Do you think you could have gotten away then with the smaller stove, or are you happy with the medium?
I think you could get away with the smaller stove. So Crowley's just putting in these legs. And they just have these little wing nuts that you tighten and loosen to install the legs.
Anyway, so it's got baffles on the sides and then the bottom. Tested them with a heat gun. The stove will remain about 600 degrees. These baffles on the outside will be about 200 is the hottest I've seen those. So
Okay.
they do help immensely with that heat. Both of these side panels do come off. Okay. So it does have glass sides. There's a little soot in there. I haven't cleaned it out yet. So, but that is on both sides.
Can you cook on top of it?
Yes, so a unique feature of this stove, it's got a baffle in here. So it runs all the way across and stops about right here, about at this level where this glass starts. So all your heat and your smoke comes up this backside, forces it to run across this top, and then out the chimney. That keeps your heating surface right here nice and even.
Oh, nice.
Here.
So all your stovepipe will store inside of this stove here. Pull these out.
It is a very long, long pipe.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And so this is where you feed your fire then?
yep, that's where you'll put your wood in there. It's a good sized chamber. So your firebox size is 9.84 inches width, your 19.9 inches long, your height is 23.2.
Okay.
So you do want to make sure it is on all the way. It gets a little hot when it's hot. It expands quite a bit, so it can get a little stiff. But you definitely want to make sure it's not partially on. The first time we used it, we left it about, where did we leave it? About right there, and it just burned through the wood super, super fast because it was still getting airflow.
Right.
So you just want to make sure that's on all the way. And then these little holes are your air intake, so you can actually control how fast your wood is burning.
Oh, sure.
So if it's like all the way shut and this is all shut, it pretty much will burn out.
It'll
Yeah.
put itself out.
So that's essentially your
Yeah.
damper.
Yep.
Yep, that is
Yeah.
your damper. So it comes with this extra fiberglass mat put underneath your stove, protect the bottom of your tent, or you can unzip the floor and put it on the solid ground if you'd like.
Oh yeah, that's the zipper that you showed us earlier that just kind of split this down the center,
Yep.
the floor. So you could just put that to each side and just put it directly on the ground.
Correct.
Okay. But you said that when you purchase the stove, it comes with this fiberglass,
Yes.
Yes.
this extra piece. And
Yeah.
the tent itself comes with this back fiberglass
Yeah.
piece
Yep.
already with it. Okay, cool.
Installed.
So right here is your access point for your stovepipe, and it's just velcroed on. You're just gonna roll it up, and then it does have two toggles that you use to close it. That's a little hard if you're short. I'm not gonna lie.
How tall are you,
I'm
Crystal?
about 5'4",
Okay.
so not super tall.
Yeah.
So I kind of have to tippy toe and reach. But
Yeah, but you reached it.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's got that open for the stovepipe. And then, let's see. And here we're putting together the pipe.
So your top piece of pipe, it's got some little holes. You can take some paracord or whatever, you can tie it so your stovepipe doesn't rattle in the wind.
Oh, okay. Pro tip?
Pro tip. And then the other thing is to assemble it and then try to feed it through. Makes it a lot easier to get this stovepipe in. Goes right in your stove. Just like that.
So before he sticks the stovepipe all the way through, then Crystal will stick a spark resistor.
Spark resistor. Learn something new every day. Spark resistor. So it'll catch any of the ambers, the hot ashes, anything that comes through.
Okay.
The pipe's pretty long, so most of it's going to be cold anyway before it gets that high. But it's always a good thing.
Safety first.
Yeah. Okay, it's on.
Man, that is long.
Yeah.
I guess you do want to keep that intense heat away from your tent.
Something to keep in mind, the night that we used this tent, there was no wind. I was worried about ashes coming out and burning holes in our tent.
Yeah.
They did a great job. Kept ashes off our tent.
Cool.
No burn marks.
No burn marks.
Yeah.
So, important detail we forgot to mention, in the flooring and then on the tent where you got your posts coming out, the pegs, the flooring's actually got a hole that you slide that in. So then by the time you pull your flooring tight, stake it, you pull your tent tight, stake it, you're not putting holes in your flooring. And it kind of holds it.